Hey everyone, and welcome to Business Boutique. I'm Christy Wright, and today I have a challenge for you. This is a little bit of tough love, so go ahead and fasten your seatbelt. You know, the other day I had an experience that made me think of this. I was mentoring a young woman that's in college, and she was telling me about this friend she has that just is toxic. This friend is bad news, y'all. Like, she's full of drama and negativity and manipulation and just bad news all around. So as this young woman is telling me this, I asked the most obvious question I could possibly think of, which is, why are you friends with her? And she said, well, you know, she's in my friend group and she goes to our church and she hangs out with all of my friends. I said, no. Why are you friends with her? Now, keep in mind, this is probably the first moment in this young woman's life where she has realized that she has a choice. You know, in grade school, growing up, you hang out with whoever's in your class, and you don't have a lot of choices about who you hang out with and who you don't. You can pick your friends, but you're still going to be around the same people in this small little circle that you live in every day. But when you go to college, you're in this whole new world. You are independent. You are an adult, sort of, at least, and you get to pick your friends. You don't have to hang out with jerks if you don't want to. Now, we went on to have a really awesome discussion about this very thing. But then I thought about it. You know what? We all struggle with this. This is not just something for 18 and 19-year-olds to deal with. This is something we all deal with. We all have this experience where we have people in our lives that are not good for us. People in our lives that don't have to be there. I've even experienced this in the last few years. There was this person that I would hang out with every now and then. She was more like an acquaintance than a close friend. But we would have coffee and have lunch and talk about our kids and hang out every now and then, maybe at holidays or football games or whatever. Well, over time, the more time I spent with her, the worse I felt. I would come home after hanging out with her and I felt bad about myself, bad about my life, bad about the world in general. Well, after months of this, one day my husband in his brilliant practicality just asked me flat out, why do you hang out with her? Why are you friends with her? And I said, I don't know. You're right. You know what it makes me think of? Y'all, this is the silliest example, but I love it because it's so true. Have you ever seen Bridget Jones' The Edge of Reason? So this is the second Bridget Jones. You've got to be a pretty loyal fan to watch not just the first, but the second. But there's this scene, y'all, that so perfectly paints this picture of this particular person in my life, and maybe you have one in your life. Bridget Jones is sitting at dinner with all of her friends, and she has her back to the door of the restaurant. And one of her friends says, jellyfish alert, jellyfish alert, jellyfish alert. And immediately, everyone knows what that means. This woman walks in, and this woman is the jellyfish, okay? Here's why she's the jellyfish. Because every single thing that comes out of her mouth is somehow a slam or a jab. It stings you in some way. So she walks up to the table, and sure enough, she goes, oh, Bridget, how are you? Look like you've put on a little bit of weight. You know, I saw your ex-boyfriend the other day. He's dating that supermodel, legs for days. And I heard she just got promoted. Anyway, great to see ya. And she walks off. And you're like, ow, ow, ow. I don't know what happened, but I've just been stung by a jellyfish. Now, y'all, I know that sounds crazy, but maybe you have someone in your life just like that. They're a jellyfish. Every time you hang out with them, you get stung. Every time you leave, you hurt and you feel bad about yourself. So I'm going to ask you the same question I asked that young woman, the same question my husband asked me. Why are you friends with them? Why do you have people in your life that bring you down, that make you feel bad, that bring negativity into your world? Your life is just that. It's yours. You don't just have the right to protect it, you have the responsibility to protect it. So my challenge for you is this. I want you to make some tough choices. I want you to figure out who in your life needs some separation. Maybe they need 1 degree of separation. Maybe they need to be removed altogether. And you can figure out how you do that. Maybe you have a talk with them. Maybe you just ghost them. Teenagers do that all the time. Apparently you just kind of disappear, right? You choose how you do it, and you can do it tactfully, you can do it with class, and you can do it with grace. But you have the right to choose your friends. You are a grown-up woman. You don't have to spend your life with people that make you feel bad. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And now you can check out this next video.